Good morning. Hi. How are you guys? How's it schmoing? Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see who we got here. We've got first was taken by Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for taking my first today. Makes me very, very happy that you could be my first. We got Daily Pillow from Brad, from Jeremy, Alex, Gothosaurus, Nugget, Berserk, Ren, Vortexiality, and Marsh. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm a BRB, move my spot back, please, if I'm not back. Yeah, I got you. You watched the Miku movie today? Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I want to watch the Miku movie so bad, dude. I love Project Sekai. I really want to watch the new Miku movie so bad. And hi. Another eat your mom house? What? I'm just gonna call you House. Hi, House. Welcome in, House. House MD. How's it going? Not here at your See, it was the K that was throwing me off. It was the K that was throwing me off a bit. Okay. Yeah, call me Dr. House. Yeah, I got you. Welcome in, Dr. House. How's it going? If you do want to join, it's a channel point redeem. Yeah, but welcome in. Also, hi, Holy Bunch of Roses. Welcome in as well. Yeah, I believe we still have a few slots open. We're going in order of the redeems. So if you redeem the tarot reading redeem, that's how you get a slot. And then as we go through, some people tend to disappear by the time we get to their slot. We raffle off the slots to the people who disappeared by the time we got to them. So at the end of stream, there's also a chance to snag a slot if you didn't get the chance to get one at the beginning. Oh yeah. Low-key, the people are so much worse than the Minecraft movie. The theater was full of middle schoolers who screamed every time their favorite characters on screen. Oh no. Dude, people gotta teach some kids manners nowadays, man. It's crazy. Bro, the fucking Minecraft movie where they're like throwing popcorn and soda and shit. Like, I know they're kids, so they haven't ever worked a real job before. But like, you still have like the basic capacity to think about the people who have to clean up your mess, right? Like, if it was just yelling, if it was just like yelling chicken jockey really loudly, honestly, I wouldn't even care that much. It's more of the making the entire theater a literal mess of popcorn and soda that bothers me a lot more. Cause like, you don't have to worry about like getting the broom and mop for a bunch of screams, you know? But yeah, that's my personal thing. It's fun though. I put on my headphones and just read the subtitles. Oh, yeah, I do want to see the Miku movie. I also do want to see the Minecraft movie too. Genuinely, I do. All of this, like the songs, like the lava, chicken, Steve's on a chicken. It's so catchy. I want to watch the actual. I want to watch the actual movie. That song keeps popping up everywhere, and I just want to hear it in action. But yeah, we'll have to set that up. So I can get the chance to finally watch both the Minecraft movie and the Miku movie. But yeah, I've been looking forward to the Miku movie. I love the game. I've played Project Sekai a lot on my phone. Like just like on my personal time. It's one of my personal games I like to play. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Also, hi Mita, welcome in. Alright, let's see who we got in order for the queue for the tarot reading. Number 1 is Gothosaurus, who wants a general reading. There is yaoi in the Minecraft movie, if that motivates you. Yeah, I've heard about it. There's like sexual tension between like Jason Momoa or whoever and Jack Black's character. I've heard that, yeah. Or whoever the fuck the other guy is. But Jack Black and the other guy, yeah. I've seen random clips and scenes of the two of them interacting, and it, yeah, it's got It's got Old Man Yowie in it for sure. But yeah, we'll start with Gothosaurus, who wants a general reading. Let's do it, let's do it. Oh, and you are subbed Gothosaurus, so did you want a Oracle card as well? Yes, please? Okay, I got you. Maybe we need a softer playlist. Let me see. I think maybe we'll do the rainy day one. I want something sleepy beepy a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Me time. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay. Let's see what we got for you, Gothosaurus. Hi, Cram. How are you? Hope you've been doing good, Cram. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. Don't worry. Been pretty stressed lately. Yeah, it's been pretty hectic. Not even just this month, but a hectic couple of months, I feel like. So I definitely get it. You just gotta take some time for yourself. You gotta relax. And when you feel overworked, you just gotta get yourself a small treat. My favorite small treat back when I used to work retail was chocolate milk. That was my favorite small treat. I'd be extra stressed at the job, and I still have like 4 or 5 hours left on the clock, and I'd be like, after I clock out, I'm gonna buy a chocolate milk, and I'm gonna drink it, and it's gonna be so delicious and refreshing. And then I would eventually clock out, and I would buy it, and it would be just as delicious and refreshing as I hoped. A nice cold chalky milk. You just gotta indulge in like the little things. Helps keep you sane. We all deserve little treats. Alright, let's see what we got for your general reading, Gothosaurus. Okay, and let's grab your oracle card. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Gothosaurus. So let's go ahead and let's start putting them up on the screen, starting with the first one. Actually stays the same because it's the full. Also, hi Silver Paladin, welcome in. How are you? Also, hi Jacob, welcome in as well. Hope y'all are both doing good. Alright, next card we've got for you is we go the Queen of Swords, and then the last card is Alrighty, so we've got all of the cards for you, Gothosaurus, for your general reading. We've got, in order of left to right, we have the Fool, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the reverse Four of Coins. And then for your Oracle card, we have Hearth, like a fireplace. It's been my work Friday, relaxing, finally, all is good. Oh, I'm glad you get the chance to relax now. Sometimes you just need a nice breather, you know? So for your general reading, let's start with the Fool. The Fool is somebody who's at the beginning of their journey, right? It's the first step in the actual journey in the major arcana. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience, but they also don't have a lot of responsibilities weighing down on them yet. They have the freedom to kind of go anywhere that they please. You can see here with the dandelion seeds. The dandelion seeds are getting carried away in the wind to wherever, the wind blows, wherever the wind may take them. So we have this sense of like the beginning of your journey, ready to start on your path, right? We also, interestingly, we have the Queen of Swords, which I feel is probably a little bit about you and your personality. You probably come across, people probably initially see you as probably kind of cold. Maybe you are like me and you suffer from resting bitch face. You're not actually scary, but for some reason, people seem to find you kind of intimidating. It's because you tend to be pretty sharp with your words, but you only mean it with the best intentions. You're just trying to be honest because you want to help people. You want to be direct. You want to be straightforward. You want to cut straight to the main issues so you can help resolve things, right? The Queen of Swords is a strong and stern person who is ready to fight for what it is they want and to pursue their goals, right? They might seem a little cold on the outside, but they care a lot. They care a lot. And then finally, that brings us to your last card, which is the reverse Four of Coins. The reverse Four of Coins is a card that tends to remind us that you gotta make sure to appreciate what life is giving you right now, right? This is a card of sort of passing through life without appreciating it. You're walking through the garden, but you're not smelling the roses, right? It feels like you're very much trying to move forward to the next big thing, to the next big milestone, rather than actually enjoying the journey itself, rather than indulging in what's already presented right in front of you right now. You're looking for something more without realizing what you already have, you know? So it's kind of like because you're so fixated on what you don't have, this card's kind of reminding you, hey, remember to appreciate what you do, right? And this feels doubly so because we kind of have this tied in with the Fool card. Again, the person who's maybe at the start of their journey, as much as they don't have experience, like I said, they also don't have these heavy responsibilities weighing on them. So the Fool is somebody who's very carefree, very light, because they don't have to worry about the worries of the world on their shoulders, right? And so while yes, you should be moving forward to learn and grow, there's also the chance for you to appreciate what you do also have right now, right? What you currently have at home. And then speaking of home, we have your Oracle card, which is Hearth, right? Safety, comfort, but also spiritual connection. I think indulging in what you already have, what already brings you joy, what already brings you comfort, is something that will help push you forward into the journey that you're supposed to go on, right? In the direction that you're supposed to go in. I think letting what you love carry you to the next steps in your life is what's going to help push you forward the best, you know? Letting what you love lead you forward is going to be your best bet. Yeah, it feels about right. Not sure if this is directed at anyone. Yeah, this is for Gothosaurus. Yeah, I hope it helps, Gothosaurus. Fingers crossed. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy what you have and indulge in it, you know? And then you find new paths through that. Like, for instance, like whenever I started doing art. I started doing art because I wanted to draw my favorite characters kissing. I started writing because I wanted to write my favorite characters kissing. And now I make a career off of my art, right? But I got started because I just wanted to draw what made me happy. And, you know, I think it's a similar thing in that instance as well. Drawing inspiration from what brings you joy to move you forward in your life. It's scandalous. Yeah. Look, we all have our personal, our vices, you know. For me, it's fan fiction. But yeah, you got this, Saurus. I believe in you. Next up, we have Alex, who wants a love reading. Ooh. Also, hi, Leonix. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, Alex, let's see what we got for you. And did you also want an oracle card, Alex, since you are also subbed? Yeah, you're gonna yoink a love reading, Leonix. All right, you're in the queue. I'm gonna guess that's a yes, Alex, on the oracle card. Yeah, okay, I got you. Let's see what we got for your love reading. I feel like we do one of these every week for you, but let's see if it changed this time. Have you done anything different this week? Please be nice to me this time, cards. The cards are usually pretty nice. They want to make sure you're listening. So sometimes they have to talk a little louder to make sure you're hearing. Well, I guess we'll find out, Alex. We'll see if your reading's changed. They said shit's rough last time, and then shit was indeed rough. Yeah, but it wasn't your fault. That was crazy, because you told me later what happened. That was crazy. There's no way you could have really known or predicted any of that, you know. They just wanted you to brace yourself. That's all it was. But damn, that was crazy. Let's see what we got for you, Alex, for your love reading. Again, we kind of have some very similar aspects to this. Let's grab your oracle card. Okay, they've got the cards for you, Alex. So let's put them up on the screen. I'm not surprised. Consistency is key. Yeah, you are very consistent with your readings. I don't know what my last reading was, but I lost my job and it took a while to get this one, and I quite love it. It's been a blast. I'm going to try and get into college soon for various art, gaming, filmy stuffs. Oh, that's exciting. Sounds like your life's been a pretty crazy journey. But I'm glad to see you feel like you found something that you want to get on the track for. That's always nice. Yeah, chat saying you got this, Silver Paladin. They're saying it on the Twitch side because you're on YouTube. There's a little bit of berry, but you can see on the thing. You see behind me? It's behind my head, but the chat behind my head is the Twitch chat. So. And then we've got the last card, which is, there we go. Alrighty. So, Alex, for your love reading, in order of left to right, we have the World, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the reverse Four of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, I almost said Yu-Gi-Oh card. For your Oracle card, we have the Sun. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you. Yeah, you have the Hangman. The Hangman and the reversed Four of Cups very much go hand in hand with this reading. Don't worry, I'll get to it. Is it gonna kill me? No. The Hangman is not a card of like death or anything like that. The Hangman is a card of like introspection, of like looking inside of yourself and cutting loose what you don't need. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry. None of the cards are gonna kill you. The only card you should really be worried about getting is really like the Ten of Swords. That's like the only real like quote unquote like really bad card where there's not really, unless you get it upside down, then it's kind of better, but it still kind of sucks. But that's like the only real like not a great card to pull. The other ones, they all have their own unique twists and meaning. The Tower is not a bad card. We joke about the Tower. But the only bad thing that happens when you pull the Tower is I time you out for like 5 seconds. As a meme. But the Tower is a card of destruction, but destruction is necessary for rebuilding, right? We talk about that all the time. The idea of, in order to lay a new house on a brand new foundation, you first have to completely demolish the old foundation, right? That's what the Tower is. There's nothing wrong with destruction when it's used for the sake of rebuilding. That's the whole key of the Tower. The destruction seems scary because sometimes it can seem catastrophic and all at once, and it can seem like a lot. But ultimately, it paves the way for reconstruction, right? But anyways, let's get back to your reading. We start with the World, right? The World is a card of enjoying the journey. Recognizing the path along the way, you know? First you mind, then you craft. Yeah. First you mine, then you craft. Exactly. But the World is a card of travel. It's a card of change. It's of achieving success and finding your path towards your end goal, towards your destination. It's not necessarily about the destination, but the path towards that destination, right? That's what the World is about. And then we also followed up, like I said, with the Hangman. The Hangman being a card of self-introspection. What is tying you down? What is holding you back? Is there anything that you can cut yourself free from, right? Things that are no longer helpful to you, that are keeping you away from moving forward, right? That's what the Hangman is about. And that feels ultra tied in with the fact that we have the reverse Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is normally a card of there's a lot of opportunities, but you have to make a decision first. In its reverse, it's slightly different in that new good things will come out of a bad situation, right? So when one door closes, you know, a window opens sort of situation. So this sounds like rejection. It sounds like rejection, but rejection in the sense that it's setting you up for something better, right? Things are not going to work out initially. It's not going to go smoothly or according to plan, but it doesn't mean that it's a failure. It just means that's kind of the weird path you have to take to get to where you want to go, right? The sense of you almost need this bump in the road in order to divert your path to where you should be going, right? We also follow that up with your Oracle card, which is the Sun, which is a card of healing energy. It's a card of warmth, happiness, comfort, and joy, right? There's this sense of like radiance and warmth, but also growth, right? You don't really think about it too often, but the sun is the reason why we have like all these plants growing everywhere, because the sun is giving them the energy they need. We need the sun even to get the different vitamins that we need, right? Vitamin D, all that stuff. So there is this sense of like, the sun is what helps you grow. The sun is what helps warm you up. The sun is what pushes you forward into new directions for yourself, to let you move into your new direction. But you also have to be careful, because the sun is, if too much of it, is a bad thing. The sun, while it is warm, while it is comforting, while it is joyous and vivid and bright, the sun can also give you cancer if you have too much of it. The sun can also burn you, right? You have to sort of keep that in mind, that too much of anything is a bad thing. You can die from too much of literally anything. You can die from too much water, right? Water poisoning. But that's like the whole thing, is everything in moderation, but this is a chance for you to grow, for you to shine, and to heal, especially when things don't go initially according to plan, you know? So I'd say don't let things get you down when they don't go according to plan, but rather analyze the situation and see where you can go from there, you know, what direction you should go in then. The sun is a deadly laser, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the hit singer indie. Hi, Wandering Swordsman. Welcome in. How are you? But yeah, I would say the main thing here is the cards are going to telling you things are not going to go according to plan. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a failure. It just means you're probably going to go in a much different direction than you initially anticipated. So you need to be open to it, right? I'm good. I got chicken nuggets. Oh my god. I love chicken nuggets. Did you get it with the honey mustard sauce? Yeah. That's my favorite. I love honey mustard with my chicken nuggets. It's chef's kiss. Oh my god, yeah, the 10 of Swords business will be booming soon. 10 swords. That's the beauty of it. I do wonder though. Why are you eating my people? Nugget, you were just talking earlier, like 2 days ago in Oka's chat or whatever, that you ate a bunch of chicken nuggets, so you're the one committing cannibalism. That's way worse. All right. Anyway. Next up is, speaking of, next up is Nugget. And Nugget wants a general reading. Oh, let me read out the cue for you guys so you know who's up next. So currently we're doing the reading for Nugget. Nugget wants a general reading. After that we have Berserk, who wants a health reading. Then after Berserk is Marsh, who wants a general reading. Then there's Krem, who wants a romance reading. Then Leonix with the love reading. That's the current queue. Stop counterpointing my logic back here. Honey mustard best dip? Yeah, it is. This is something hits with honey mustard. I have been really into sriracha mayo too. Oh my god. Thank you, Nugget, for the 500 biddies. Thank you. And that means you guys get Yu-Gi-Oh cards with your readings. So let me pull out my Yu-Gi-Oh card deck, and we will add a Yu-Gi-Oh card to your readings. Say thank you, Nugget. Oh, that's for your personal use? Okay, well then I will I'll still give everybody else a Yu-Gi-Oh card with it too then. Since I already pulled them out, I might as well. But you want that for your reading? Alright. Well, we will do that. So you just want just Yu-Gi-Oh cards for your reading then, Nugget? Yeah, I still think Nugget either way. Since you made me pull out the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'll give everybody else a Yu-Gi-Oh card with their reading. I want both. Okay. So we'll do... You want a full spread with like 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards then? So generous. Yeah, I am. I am. I'm just so thoughtful and kind and humble. You know, I'm probably the most humble person you'll ever meet, you know? But also Ghostface and Chill. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, spread plus. Yeah, that's what I figured you wanted. Yeah, I can do that. I have a lot of cards. Let's see what we got for you, Nugget, for your general reading. It's me from YouTube. Oh my gosh, welcome in, welcome in. I love being Zawarudo, yeah. Time stop. Have you heard the song Humble by Lonely Island? I don't think I have, actually. If you want to post it in music in the Discord, you can do that. I'll check it out later. Oh my god, look at you go, summoning a little fella. Look at him, he's pulling him out of midair. Is that fucked up or what? He pulled him out of midair. Oh my god, that's like X Games mode. Let's see what we got for you, Nugget, for your general reading. And then we'll grab your Oracle card. And now let's grab your 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Is there a cooldown on Shimaderes now? Yeah, I set it to 1 minute cooldown. So it gives it a chance to actually work. And you guys don't lose your channel points trying to spam redeem it. But it's just 1 minute. It was the lowest cooldown I could set it to. It's only 1 minute. You'll be able to redeem it. It's all fun and games so you pull Pot of Greed, and it's all fun and games so you pull Pot of Greed. And so, yeah. I do actually have Pot of Greed in this deck. So it is in fact possible to pull Pot of Greed. That is in fact plausible. I don't have that many. I only have 1. But yeah. Oh my god. Hi, J-Bomb. Welcome in. Why do we have to wait for Shimaderes? Because you guys will redeem it so fast that the program can't keep up with it, and it ends up basically eating some of the requests, and so it doesn't summon all of them. That's why. Aw, thank you, Nugget. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. This feels very, very much like you. Alright. It's been rough for you, hasn't it, Nugget? I can tell. Things have been kind of rough. But let's go ahead and put them up on the screen for you. Starting with... Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you'll see what I mean once I put these up on the screen. Thank you for the lurk, Spank. Yeah, he's seen some shit for real. There we go. Okay. And also I see the Kissy Redeem crumb. There's your Kissy Redeem. We also got an inspiration spell for Ren. Let me grab my little spell book here. Where is it? Inspiration spell. Let muses sing and energy flow. Unblock the dams that hold back the power and free it. Go to the goal ever closer. Luchum inspire. There you go. Hopefully that gives you lots of inspiration, overflowing creativity for whatever you make. But if not, no refunds or returns. Spells are non-refundable. Alrighty, so for your reading nugget, in order of left to right, we have the reverse 3 of Wands, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Swords. Then for your oracle card, we have Autumn, like the season. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we have the right leg of Exodia. We have Blazing Impachi, and we have the Red Eyes Black Dragon. This is how I know shit's been really tough for you, man. This is how I know. But let's go ahead and start in order. We'll start with the tarot cards, and then we'll work our way through everything. But the right leg of the Forbidden One, tied in with the 8 of Swords, it does give this sense of feeling shackled in place, feeling like you can't really move, you can't really get to where you want to go. But we'll start with the reverse 3 of Wands, right? The reverse 3 of Wands is a card of don't count your chickens before they hatch. You can't know what all is gonna happen until it happens, right? I feel like you're jumping to conclusions a lot with a lot of different things. Some may be positive, but also some may be negative. Maybe you're throwing in the towel before you even see that you've lost, right? Whatever the case is, though, it does feel like things are not as you are actually perceiving them, right? Things are not as they seem to you. And so I think it's important for you to remember that it ain't over till it's over, right? Sometimes you just gotta hear it, you know? It ain't over till it's over. You just gotta wait and see, because you never know. And then again, we follow this up. This is why I think that it's because you're maybe throwing in the towel a little early. Is because we have this 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is a card of feeling frozen in place. You feel restricted, unable to leave a bad situation, maybe out of fear of what may happen. Maybe you've convinced yourself that this is the only direction you can go in, right? So you feel like this is your only option because if you give up, then you'll have nothing, right? Or you think that the alternative to having this horrible thing, it has to be much worse than what I'm currently dealing with, right? So I should just suck it up and keep moving forward. But that's not necessarily the best move, honestly. Thinking about getting a Dark Souls themed tarot deck. Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah. But I think that is very much, it feels like you feel shackled to sort of keep forcing yourself to go down this path. It's not bringing you joy, but you almost feel like you have no other option because the alternative seems scarier to you. But it's not necessarily the truth. It's not actually that bad, right? I think if you feel genuinely miserable and not excited and happy for this path that you're currently going down, is this really what you want to imagine yourself continuing to do? All right. Sometimes you have to take that leap. And then that also sort of brings us to your 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, it's the misfortune card. It's the despair card, anguish, pain, misery, the shit sucks card. This is the shit sucks card. And shit does indeed suck. They weren't lying. It do be sucking pretty badly, right? It's the anguish card. So it feels like you're dealing with a lot of bullshit right now. You are dealing with so much shit. But you've convinced yourself that this is the better route, that this is the better option. But is it? Is it really though? Is this really the better of the two options? Maybe you're overlooking what could be, or you're already throwing in the towel of what you have the opportunity to do, because you've been beaten down by this path, right? And that sort of brings us to your oracle card, which is autumn, right? Which is bounty, but also balance. I would say if you've been dealing with this for a long time, you've probably gained considerable experience. Like, let's say, for instance, this is because of like a job, right? You fucking hate this job. I'm just saying that this is like an example, right? You hate this job. You cannot stand working this job, but you think, well, it's not like I can just quit because then I won't have a job anymore. Who knows how hard it will be for me to find a new job. And I need the financial stability. I need the income, right? So I just have to endure it. I just have to keep going, even though every day I clock in, I want to, commit, whatever the case might be for that. But you could quit. You could find a new job, right? What is stopping you from recognizing the skills and valuable experience that you've gained from working this soul-sucking job, right? It's not like you've gained nothing. Even if you quit, you still have all of the years of experience you've put into this, all the time and energy you've learned into developing all of those skills that you use, right? So why not use those to pad out your resume and start sending resumes to other places that don't make you want to go sicko mode, right? Like, I'm not saying you have to quit right now, right? But I think you're not giving yourself the true benefit of the doubt for what you're actually capable of. I think, if you want the safety, you can still apply to other jobs while you still have that job. And then if you get accepted to something, then you can submit your 2 weeks or whatever. Or you could quit on the spot. Honestly, the 2 weeks notice is more of a common courtesy thing, but you definitely don't have to obey. It just looks nicer if you do, but you don't really have to do the 2 weeks notice. But I'm just saying, right? But sometimes you got to recognize that it's not a net loss, right? Maybe what you need is just a fresher perspective, an outside perspective from this, to realize that a lot of what's holding you back right now is actually you, which feels very much fitting because, again, I mentioned you have the right leg of the Forbidden One, right? The shackled leg of Exodia. It's shackled, it's tied down. That's the thing. He's locked in place. That's the key sort of visual we have here, is somebody who feels like they're locked in place, like they can't escape, they can't move, they're frozen, right? So, I mean, if you really want to get out of that situation, why not look for ways out? It feels like you've already resigned yourself to insist that there's no way out, but you haven't really tried to open the door, I think the best thing for you to do, keep working the job right now. But while you're doing that, you're looking for your way out. You're looking for your exit, and you're setting yourself up for that exit, And I break my leg to say I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tarot reading. It's awesome. Yeah. We do offer Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards for our Tarot Thursdays. For people who redeem a normal reading, you can pay 100 biddies to get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card added to your reading. Not get paid for everybody today, so we'll be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards for everybody else as well today. But that is like a normal thing I do offer. But yeah, and then your other two, right? You're not wrong. I kind of did resign myself to it. That's what I'm saying though, right? It feels like this is very much a cage of your own making. You've convinced yourself you have no out, and so you won't even try to open the cage. But you can start still. It's not too late, right? If you really, really fucking hate this, it's not too late to change things. It is not too late until you are dead, right? When you're dead, it's over, but you're not dead. You're typing. I'd assume you're not dead. Are you a ghost? Are you a ghost nugget? Oh my god. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I will sip. But yeah, let's bring us to your next two Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. We have Blazing Inpachi, which feels very much symbolic of your current feelings of burning out, right? A wicked wooden spirit now burning in flames. Its fire attack is powerful, but it will soon be nothing but ashes, right? You are burning yourself out. Right now, you're pushing forward, sure. You're making progress, sure. You're doing the things you need to do, but you are actively burning your life force trying to keep up with this. Is it worth it? You know, maybe you should turn it down. Yeah, Blazing Impachi returns yet again to perpetuate. But that's what we're saying. That's what the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are saying, right? You are burning yourself out trying to keep up with this and trying to force yourself to keep moving forward in this direction that you absolutely loathe, right? It doesn't make sense. And then that brings us to your final Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Hey, Derek, can I give up my reading to raffle? Yeah, no problem, Leonix. We can do that. And the Red Eyes Black Dragon is a ferocious dragon with a deadly attack, right? I think it's also important to note that you have way more potential than you probably give yourself credit for. You've set yourself into this dark path that just eats away at you. It's burning you down to cinders. It's burning you down to ashes. But you keep forcing yourself to keep moving in this direction because you think you have no alternative. Because you don't want to look at the idea of there actually being an alternative. I'd say that the key thing here is you have to be proactive, right? Like I said, in context of like if this is like a job, if in the context of this is a job, you can change it, right? You can start applying to places even while you're working there. You can start applying to new jobs while you're still working that current job and seeing if something sticks. And if it doesn't yet, you know, you keep trying, you keep doing it. But you're setting up yourself for much closer to actually getting out, right? Because if you never submit any applications to get out of there, if you never do anything actively to try and get yourself out of the situation, then of course you're never going to get out of the situation. But at least if you try to get yourself out of the situation, even if you don't succeed all that often, or maybe it takes a long time for it to succeed, you have a much better chance of actually succeeding because you're actually doing something, right? There's no need for you to keep suffering when you have the potential and ability and the free will to take things into your own hands, you know? I believe in you, Nugget. Sometimes you just need the extra push to bring you where you need to go, to take you into the path where you need to be, you know? I hope that helps, Nugget. Oh my god, Balatro time. Yeah, this is like the weirdest version of Balatro, basically. I still need to beat the gold chip difficulty on Balatro. I've beaten all of the other difficulties of Balatro, but I'm still stuck trying to beat gold chip difficulty. But also, I've been so busy working on art commissions, I haven't had the time to really play Balatro. I basically only have enough time to log in and do my dailies for Infinity Nikki. That's it. And then once I do my dailies, I'm off. Gold is pain. Yeah, it is. It is painful. Especially because I'll finally get like a card, like a Joker, that'll work so well for what I'm trying to do. But then it's not only is it a rental, it's also a timer one, so it like destructs in like 5 turns, it was just so painful because it's like, finally a card I can use. Oh, fuck, it's gonna cost me so much money and it's not even gonna last. That's the pain. That's the pain and suffering. That's what makes it so hard. But yeah, I hope that helps you, Nugget. Fingers crossed. Next up, we've got Berserk. And Berserk wants a health rating. But yeah, I've been loving Balatro a lot. Like, it is very much so much fun. Almost addicting. Alright. Yeah, hi, Berserk. Yeah, Berserk wants a health reading. And you want the full spread, Berserk? You're gambling? It's fake gambling. The chips aren't real. I'm not spending any real money on it. Yes, please? Okay, I got you. The dopamine is real? It is. Yeah, it is. Big number gober. Yeah, that's not gambling. Gotcha. Now that is gambling. Yeah, gotcha games. Gotcha games are kind of gambling. Yeah, I try not to spend money on them though. I spent like maybe grand total, like $20 on Infinity Nikki, which I personally don't think is that bad. $20 on Infinity Nikki since it came out in December, you know? Yeah. But I try not to spend money on them. I'm like mostly free to play. And the things I spend money on aren't the actual like the roulette wheel for it basically. It's the getting the diamonds. So you're getting a set amount of diamonds every single time. Like the monthly pass kind of thing. I try to be responsible. Even in like Star Rail, I don't think I've actually spent any money in Star Rail. Yeah. I don't think I've spent any money in Star Rail. I'm pretty sure I'm still free to play officially on the Star Rail one. So it can be done. It can be done. But God, oh my God. So I logged into Star Rail for the first time since I pulled Herda. The Herda, right? And they have Casterus as the new character in Star Rail. And she's so fucking broken, dude. She's got a global passive. Just owning her on your account, not even having her in your team, gives you a free revive, basically. Is that not broken as fuck? And like I got her, I lucked out and I got her, I won the 50-50. While still being free to play. Like it just lucked out that way. So I own her now, but it's also like that's so broken. The power creep is insane, right? Like that's crazy. I personally don't think that should be allowed. But it is. Also, low-key kind of defeats the purpose of, what was her name? Baiju? The little dragon girl who's a healer. Because her thing is she gives a free revive while you're in combat. But she has to be on your team to make that work. You don't even need Casterus on your team. You just need her on your account. You just need to have pulled her. And she'll do it. Which is ridiculous. Balance doesn't exist in gacha. I wish it would. But like that's the thing though, it's It's a turn-based game. It's turn-based combat. You don't really need like crazy insane power to win, as long as you've got a solid team composition. I don't know, it's wild. I did get that free Luocha though. I already had Luocha and Ranmei, but when they let you pick between the two of them to get like a free copy, I decided to get the free copy of Luocha. Just because I use him more than I use Ranmei. So it'd be nice to have the Eidolon for him. But yeah. Now I'm trying to get Castorus's light cone. I got a 5-star light cone, but I lost the 50-50 on that. So now I gotta keep pulling and see if I'll get it in time. We'll see, we'll see. I'm not too stressed about it, but we'll see how it goes. If I don't get it, then it'll just bring me closer to whenever there's another character I like that I want to pull on. That's all. My free will is telling me to spend on beautiful female cosmetics. Yeah, there's some cute girl characters in a lot of games. I do like cosmetics. I feel like that's why I like Infinity Nikki. Because the gacha is for the costumes, the outfits. You can already make a bunch of really cute outfits and clothes, but then they come out with the new like dresses and the hairstyles and the makeup in the gacha system, and it's cute. It's so cute. I've been pulling on the new 4-star like dream sheep shepherd outfit, and I got the horns and the dress and the shawl, and it's like a little like cowbell necklace and earrings. So I have almost the full set. I'm still missing the hair and some other stuff. But yeah, no, I love Infinity Nikki. It's so cute. It's so much fun. Let's see what we got for Berserk. Hi, Marsh. Welcome back. We haven't gotten to you yet, so you're still good. Oh, the ads kicked in. It's okay, it's okay. Y'all aren't missing anything. It's just me shuffling. Now let's grab the Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's great shuffling though. Thank you. Yeah, it's the card shuffling ASMR. Oh, okay. Let me grab the description for this one. Okay. Also, hi Jenny, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. So, we got the cards. Let's go ahead and put them up on the screen. Also, hi Gakko, welcome in, welcome in. And Gabby. Let's see what we got. We got the... There we go. Okay. We have all of the cards for you for your health reading, Berserk. So, in order of left to right, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the reverse Five of Coins. Welcome back from the Shadow Realm, Ghostface. Yeah, welcome back from the ads, everybody. Thank you for being so patient. It only happens once an hour, so if that helps ease, you won't have any more ads for another hour. But yeah, welcome in. And yeah, so we have the reverse Five of Coins, and then for your Oracle card, we have Tend, like tending to a garden, and then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Dark Magician Girl. Oh my god, look at you summoning another little fella on the screen. Look at them go. Aww. Yeah, babies. But let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Page of Cups, right? So, the Page of Cups, who is somebody who is very sweet, but also very easily worked up. Very humble, very sweet, very innocent. It's the wild strawberry, you know? They can be a little wild, but they're also sweet. They're like the sweet version of Sour Patch Kids. And then we followed up with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a card of like boldness and belief in yourself. It's embarking on a new journey and trusting in your own abilities, right? Recognizing what's actually within your reach and what you actually have control over in your life, right? Also, hi, Sammy. Welcome in. And then we also have the reverse Five of Coins. And the reverse Five of Coins is a card of a trial by fire, right? Spurring your growth and your inner potential sort of being unlocked. To me, this feels like a health journey. This feels like maybe you're looking to start getting fit. Maybe you're looking to try to take your health into your own hands more directly. Maybe you're starting to try and diet, or you're trying to cut back on something, or you're just trying to exercise more. Whatever the case is, it does feel like something has happened and you want to have more control over your body and how you live. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like you are wanting to focus specifically on actionable things that you can do for yourself to improve your health. That's what it feels like. Because some things are outside of our ability to control, right? But there are some things that we can take advantage of, right? Like our diet or the amount of exercise we're getting. Things like that are things that we can actively control, we can actively pursue, right? So to me, this does feel like you are trying to take your health journey into your own hands. Maybe you were spurred on by something that made you realize that this kind of gotten you fired up and made you realize you want to really take advantage of doing better and taking care of your health, right? And that feels especially so because of your Oracle card, which is tend, right? Like tending to a garden, you're tending to your body. What can you do, right? Some elements in the garden are outside of our control. Like we can't control how much sun all of the seedlings get. We can't control the weather, right? There are some aspects there. We can't control the climate that we live in, right? The actual like general temperature ranges we have. But we can work around it, right? You can still, if we're having a drought, you can still manually water your plants. If you're not getting enough sunlight, you can use like the little lamps that they use, the growth lights. If they're getting too much sun, then you could put them in the shade. You can weed it. You can, if the soil's too acidic, you can add some stuff to it. You can add fertilizer to the soil. There's a lot of things that are within our control just as much as there are things that we cannot control. That's what it means to tend to the garden, right? Get fit for indie. Oh my gosh. Gonna get buff as hell. But it is the sense of like taking care and building the garden. But it's hard work too. I don't know if you've ever actually tended to a garden before. It is a lot of hard work. Derry thinks I'm like a plant. This is a huge compliment. In the end of the day, are not all of us just way more complicated plants? We need sunlight. We need water. We need some periods of darkness as well. We need darkness. We need to sleep. Are we not just complicated houseplants at the end of the day? We need fertilizer, aka we need food. But too much will burn us, you know? We're just complicated houseplants with emotions. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself objectively. Well, yes, but actually, yes. But that's the thing, though. I feel like we tend to look at ourselves with a very harsh lens. But when you kind of look at yourself objectively, it makes it a lot easier to treat yourself properly, right? Like, there are people who will say, oh, well, I'm fat anyway, so I'm not going to eat anything. I'm just going to starve. But if you look at it from an outside perspective, it's not actually helpful to starve, right? Your body still needs the calories, even if you're, maybe you don't need as many calories as somebody else, but you still need some, and not eating anything at all is just as detrimental to, as like eating too much, right? Not eating enough and eating too much are both just as bad, right? And I think recognizing what you actually can do, right? If you don't like your diet, you can start to fix it. Like, there's this one nutritionist I watch on YouTube. She's really, really sweet. And genuinely, she's helped me a lot with like trying to eat better because of her whole like philosophy of think about what you can add to your food rather than what you can subtract from your food, right? So rather than saying, oh, like ramen is unhealthy, I'm not going to eat instant ramen. Instead of thinking like that, you think, well, maybe I can add some shredded carrots and some spinach and some edamame and like some protein into the ramen, and then it'll be more filling and it'll be more nutritious because I'll have had vegetables to it and proper protein to it, right? And it won't just be carbs and salt. It'll be everything else I also need too, right? So that's something that's kind of helped me personally, is kind of recognizing what I can add to make a dish healthier rather than what I should take away or not eat, So it does give you more like food for thought of like things that you can actively do. Because rather than just not eat, that's not helpful. It's not helpful to just not eat. But thinking about it from different perspective of what can I do? What is in my ability to make easier? It's also pretty cheap too, because I like to get like the bag of pre-shredded carrots. I like to throw that on like my sandwiches. I like to throw that in like my ramen. I like to throw that on my rice bowls, I love my fucking shredded carrots, man. I love my shredded carrots so much. That's what I'm saying though, is just what can you add? What can you bring to increase what you already have, to multiply off of what you already have, rather than trying to cut things off, Today for an art project, I made a belt out of watches, handed it in, my teacher gave me a 0 saying it was unoriginal. Now it seems like a waste of time. Yeah, man, I love carrots. I've also really, really liked the frozen pre-shelled edamame. That shit is a game changer. Okay, one of my favorite meal prep things I've been doing lately, like I'm just gonna rant about like my favorite meal prepping food I've been making lately. So thank you so much for the 6 months. Oh my god, half a year. Thank you so much for the 6 months of sub. Thank you. But yeah, one of my favorite meal prep meals. I cook a fuck ton of rice, right? I cook a fuck ton of rice, and then I use some of it for my bowl to eat like right then, but the rest of it I let it cool down a little bit, and then I put it in a tub and I put it in the fridge, right? Because it microwaves just fine to reheat. It's perfectly fine. and then I'll top it with that pre-shelled edamame, right? The frozen pre-shelled edamame. And then I'll top that with baby carrots. I also just got some like pre-made coleslaw mix. It doesn't actually have like the dressing. It's just like shredded cabbage and carrots. But they don't give you as many carrots in the coleslaw mix. So that's why I like to also add the shredded carrots, because I like more carrots too. But now I have like the cabbage in it too. So I got like the cabbage, and I got the carrots, and I got the edamame, and I got the rice, and then we have like these like Tyson chicken patties, right? Like the frozen chicken sandwich patties, right? I get one of those and I nuke it in the air fryer while I make the sauce. So I make like a soy ginger glaze kind of thing from scratch, which is super, super easy to make. I literally make it in like one pan. I pour some honey into the pan, I add salt and pepper, wait for it to start getting like a little bit bubbly, and then I add in the soy sauce, right? And I mix it around to kind of combine everything. And then I add in the minced ginger, which you can just buy a bottle of minced ginger, which is game changer. I love it. Stir that around until the ginger's starting to get cooked and a little bit fragrant. Then I add in a little bit of butter, just a little bit. It's like not like maybe like 1 tablespoon, maybe a little less than a tablespoon of butter, and a little bit of toasted sesame oil, right? Stir it around till it's all nice and bubbly and thick like a good sauce should be. Then by that time, the Tyson chicken patty is usually done cooking in the air fryer. I'll chop it up into little bits and like little bite-sized bits, and I'll toss it in the soy ginger glaze, right? I'll put that on top of the bowl. So the bowl has the rice, it has the cabbage, it has the carrots, it has the edamame. Now it's got the soy ginger chicken, right? And then I top that off with a then I make a honey sriracha mayo with it's just mayo with salt, pepper, honey, and sriracha, and a little bit of toasted sesame oil. Right, I drizzle a little bit of that on top because I like the slight creamy element it adds to the whole dish. I don't add that much, but I add a little bit because it's flavor. And then I top it off with some chopped green onions. And that is the Feast of Kings, man. That shit's so fucking good. And it's so filling because there's so much shit in it. But it's actually not that hard to put together because the slaw is already pre-made, the carrots are already pre-made, the edamame is already pre-shelled. Then I already have the rice. So I just get the rice, I put it in the bowl, I top it with the frozen edamame, nuke it in the microwave, and then while that's happening, I have the chicken cooking and I'm making the sauce. I already have the sriracha mayo pre-made, right? So the only thing I actually have to do is cut up the chicken, toss it in the sauce, put that on top of the bowl, and then drizzle the sriracha mayo and the green onion on top, and bam, it's done. It takes me like 10 minutes, roughly, to make it. So it's been a really banger, really filling, really like delicious meal. Yeah. That's been my current favorite meal to make for myself. And it's healthy. I mean, it's got like so many different vegetables. It's got the protein, it's got the carbs, right? So it's very filling and very yummy. It's very flavorful too, which I think all food should be delicious because that's going to encourage you to properly eat. But yeah, that's been my personal meal. We got so sidetracked, but but what you described sounds like at least a whole day of prep. No, it's really not. It's not. It's not that difficult at all. It sounds like a lot of steps, but it literally, the longest thing is letting the rice cook. But I have a rice cooker, so it's just washing the rice and adding in the water and letting the rice cooker do the job. Yeah, and then the other stuff, like I said, the carrots and the slaw, the cabbage, they're already pre-shredded. They come pre-shredded and like washed in like little bags, which makes it super easy. Same with like the edamame. The edamame is already pre-shelled and frozen, so I just pour some edamame on the bowl. So it sounds like a lot of stuff because it's got a lot of elements to it, but it's super, super easy to make and super fast. Sips instant ramen. I mean, you can always dress it up too. Like I said, you can add some shredded carrots. You could add some like spinach to it. You could add like you want to make like crispy tofu or something else. You can just add a little something extra to it to make it luxurious. Or a nice egg. Oh my gosh, you can get a nice like sunny side up egg, and then you get the yolk from the egg and like mixed in with the ramen. That's the best. That's my favorite. I love having the runny yolk on my ramen noodles. It's like free sauce. Stop, I'm so hungry now. Well then maybe you should eat. Maybe you should eat some food if you're hungry. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about eating when you're hungry? But I know we got so sidetracked, Berserk. But I think the key thing here is taking your health into your own hands, Berserk, and understanding, you know, what you are personally capable of doing and what you can personally do to control your ability and your health. I gotta be honest, I really loved your food talk. Yeah. It's been my absolute favorite meal, man. I love it. Also, Studio Days, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, I mean, there are certain things we have control over, especially in regards of our health. And just as much as there are some things we can't control, there are some things we can control. And I think recognizing what you are able to take a hold of and what you are able to take accountability for makes it so much easier for you to focus, right? You can't really say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to lose 20 pounds or whatever, right? Or I'm going to get a 6-pack. Those aren't super attainable right off the bat, right? The best thing for you to do is think, I'm going to make sure I have a proper diet. I'm going to make sure that I'm eating healthy, that I'm covering all of my bases on the food pyramid, right? I'm going to eat less snacks and eat more filling meals, right? Those are things you can do. I'm going to make sure I get enough rest. I'm going to get enough sleep. I'm going to go to bed early so I can get lots of sleep, right? Those are actionable things that you can do for yourself, right? Yeah, recovering from a cold, though diet is definitely part of that. Yes, if you're recovering from a cold, diet is super important. Your body needs those vegetables. It needs those vitamins. It needs those minerals. It also needs sodium. Like, you don't need like a fuck ton of sodium. Like, I'm not saying you should start licking a salt rock, but especially if you had like a fever, your body was sweating, so you need hydration. And if you're gonna hydrate, you need something to help you retain that water in your body, and that is gonna be sodium. That is gonna be the electrolytes, right? Electrolytes is basically the fancy word for salt, right? So if you're sweating, yeah, you gotta make sure that you are getting plenty of electrolytes, because that's what helps your body retain the water. Otherwise, you're just gonna piss it all out, right? And it's not gonna be very helpful. So make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Doesn't necessarily have to be water that you're drinking. It's preferable that you drink water. But, you know, like Gatorade, Pedialyte, fruit juice, all of those are great options if you just for some reason can't stomach the idea of just drinking straight water, you know. As long as you are drinking a liquid that is not dehydrating you. Liquids that dehydrate you would be like alcohol or like soda or like caffeine stuff, right? Those are not as hydrating as, say, like water or sports drinks or fruit juice, right? So you don't have to drink water. It's preferable. Just try to drink something that will hydrate you, you know? As been called reference in my tarot ASMR cozy stream. God. Oh, God. I'm not even gonna get into Asmongold. I'm not. I just know a lot of people for some reason have difficulty drinking water. I think it can be a little hard to start because I didn't always drink water like I do now. The water is definitely the drink, like the beverage I drink the most now. But it is kind of, if you have instructions on clearing, drink exclusively diuretics again. Oh, Cola, no. That's not healthy, Cola. You're gonna shit yourself. No. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you want to start drinking more water, but maybe you don't initially like the taste of water, first of all, cold water. Cold water is automatically makes the flavor better. Drinking room temp water is kind of for psychopaths, I'm not gonna lie. Only crazy people I've seen like drinking room temp water. Cold water is where it's at. Ice water, crisp, refreshing, delightful indulgence, right? But also, you can add shit to your water to flavor it, you know? You can add in like a lemon slice or cucumber or like frozen berries. Frozen berries in lieu of ice is actually super banger for water. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever just put in like frozen raspberries into your water as like your ice cubes. It is so fucking good. It's so good. But also I would make like these really, really cute little fancy ice cubes for my water cup, where I would get like a slice of lime, like a little slice of lime, and I would also get like a little bit of cucumber, so it'd be lime cucumber water. And so I'd pop the little ice cubes with the lime and the cucumber into my water cup, so it'd keep my water cold, but it would also flavor it, so it'd be like nice and refreshing and delightful. The flavor was very, very fancy. I felt like I was at a spa. Winter night water is the best water. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get some fresh cold water, man. But also, like, I mean, if you can't just drink straight water, you can get like the little flavoring packets, or like the little flavoring squirts, you know? You like squirt a little that good in your water, and it, you know what I'm talking about? What are those things called? Little squirters? What are those called? What do they call those? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. The little squirters that you put in your water. You can get one of those. That's fine. I'm not your dad. I'm not gonna tell you how to drink your water. As long as you're staying hydrated, man. As long as you're trying to stay hydrated, that's what matters. Please never say squirt that good. Say it more. But you know what I'm talking about. That's what matters. That's what matters. Just you know, try to stay hydrated in your own way. Whatever it takes for you to stay hydrated, I'll support it. I'll support it. Just take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves, chat. Do what you gotta do for yourself. And if it means you gotta, I'm not gonna say it anymore. Now that you pointed it out to me, I feel a little shy. Now that you pointed that out to me, I feel a little shy. Also, hi, Magikarp. Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Also, hi, Tony. Welcome in. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Berserk. Just, if you do want to take your health and your stuff like that into your own hands, the best thing for you to do is just know what are actionable steps you can take. Because maybe you are going to have, like, maybe you have, like, a cough, like, a persistent cough that you're having trouble getting out, you know? So you could get, like, a humidifier. You can go take, like, a nice hot shower. Humidity is really, really good for helping clear out, like, your sinuses and all that stuff, you know? Oh, you're not doing well? Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope you feel better. And take some time to unwind with us. Yeah. Just relax. But yeah, you got this. You got this, Berserk. Short answer, dental work expensive. Typical US issue. Oof, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Dental shit is so fucking expensive. I can't believe they decided our teeth bones are a luxury. Is that fucked up or what? Apparently Mexico has really good prices for their dental care, especially compared to the US. So, I don't know. Maybe you can get your dental work done in Mexico instead. I've seen some people doing that, where they're like actually just like going down to Mexico to get all their dental work shit and then coming back. But no, I feel you. I feel you. I had to get a root canal. My wallet hurts so fucking bad because of that. Bro, Lil, you sound like my mom. According to the internet, I am hag age, so you know, it is what it is. I need 2 of them, Terry. Oh, you need 2 root canals? Oh, yeah, maybe you should go to like Mexico or something. That shit's so expensive. It didn't hurt as bad as the media portrayed though. Like, people always like make the dentist out to be like a super scary, terrifying, painful place. I don't know. The dentist I went to did a good job. It felt weird and maybe like slightly uncomfortable, but they numbed me up pretty well. So it didn't really bother me. It's super scary. Yeah, the scariest part is my wallet. The prices is the scariest part of the dentist, honestly. But no, like they did like a really good like local numbing, like because they would like get like the needle and like just inject the anesthetic directly into like your gums and shit. They did a really good job with that. They would also help distract me too, like the nurse tech or whatever would like tap on my shoulder and tell me to like focus on her tapping on my shoulder while they were like giving me the anesthetic, right? And that helped to distract me a lot, so it didn't even really hurt. It doesn't hurt the dentist, but only after the anesthesia runs out. Oh, I mean, my gums felt like a little sore, but they didn't like hurt. They just felt like a little sore, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I'm just so fucking powerful. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just so strong, you guys. That's what it is. I know, I mean, even when I got the root canal, it didn't hurt. I just felt like a little sore. Anyway, let's see who we got next in the queue. We finished Berserk. Next up is Marsh. Marsh is up next. They remove the nerves in your mouth. Lucky. Yeah, Marsh is here. And then after Marsh is going to be Crumb. And then after Crumb was Leonix, but Leonix wanted to give away their reading, so that will be a raffle reading towards the end. And then after that is Condrosito and Ground Pounder and Forcing. Yeah. Okay, that's the current queue so far. So we'll start with... Gotta scroll back down. Start with Marsh. And Marsh wants a general reading. Yeah, ground is doing their best. Living their life, authentically themselves. I renamed my Twitch because I play horror trivia on Dead by Daylight as a killer. Oh. The only Dead by Daylight game I've ever played is Hooked on You, the dating sim that they have with all the killers. That's the only Dead by Daylight game I've played. It was pretty fun. I liked it. They were pretty sexy. That game took way too many assets though to run. That shit was like heavy. It was not optimized at all. Let's see what we got for you, Marsh. In A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, which famous actor gets pulled through the bed in the movie's bloodiest scene? Johnny Depp as Glenn. It was their breakout role. Wow. That's cool. I don't think I've ever actually watched A Nightmare on Elm Street. I like watching the really, really shitty, like, B-list horror movies that nobody really talks about or knows because they're just, like, thrown onto random streaming services. I I do like watching those. I did recently watch, fuck, what was the... I did watch Ghostface. I did watch Ghostface, though. Yeah. But no, me and my little brother, we used to watch, like, all of, like, the really shitty, like low tier horror movies. Those are always fun. There was one called, like, Chain Mail, and it was about, like, if you didn't send, like, the chain text message, then, like, the scary, evil killer man would come and get you, and he'd kill you because he didn't forward the message to your friends. Like, that kind of shit. Like, it was so cheesy. It's like, what if the chain message was real? And they actually did come in the middle of the night and kill you. It's so dumb. Me and my bro grew up with horror. We loved all of it. My mom made me play Silent Hill as my first game ever at 4 years old. That is not suitable for a 4-year-old to play. That is not... I don't think you should have been playing that. But also, my mom was very similar. My baby sister... Well, my little sister, when she was a baby, her favorite movie was Kill Bill. She was like 6, and her favorite movie was Kill Bill. She should not have been watching Kill Bill. That's an awesome first movie, though. It was not suitable for children, though. It's rated R. And I tried to explain that to my mom. I was like, she's sick. She shouldn't be watching Kill Bill. It's rated R. And my mom was just kind of like, she's fine. Alright, let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Marsh. I will continue the tradition. I don't know, with the way things are on the internet now, I really do hope that we can create more stuff that's actively catered and crafted towards children and like dedicated things that are specifically for demographics that are reasonable for their age. Cause like, God, I was around when like all of the pony MV shit happened. I don't know if you guys know about that, like, but like the cupcakes thing and like all of the other stuff, like all of the like the pony gore shit. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I was around for that because I had watched My Little Pony, and my little sisters at the time also watched My Little Pony. But it was very easy for me to also stumble across all of the pony gore and all of the pony porn, right? That shit needed to be caged away. That needed to be in a completely separate area. But a lot of them were using the main tags for the show, for the official show. And so it made it way easier. The kids are in a skibbity toilet, ain't no way I'm gonna be lax and you just see the cool shit. I mean, that's what I'm saying, that we need like more, because there's no real spaces that are dedicated to kids anymore that are like properly moderated and safe. Like we had like fucking like Pop Tropica and Club Penguin and Gaia Online, and we had like all of these curated, moderated spaces that were specifically for like younger kids and like younger teens back in the day. Even DeviantArt had pretty decent-ish moderation whenever it came to like youngins, you know? So I never really had those kinds of experiences like the kids do now, where it's kind of like a fucking free-for-all, and now every place on the internet simultaneously is definitely not suited for kids, but also kids demand to be let in. Like the number of children I get who still try to join my Discord or my community even though I'm 18 plus, and I mark it everywhere that I'm 18 plus. Yeah, Wizard 101. Oh my god, I used to play Wizard 101 too. But it's always like, think about the children. What would happen if children saw what you make? What if children watched you? I don't want them to. I don't want the kids to watch me. That's the whole fucking point. Oh my god, I don't even remember who it was. I just remember at one point, somebody told me that they sat down and watched my streams with like their like baby sister who was like 4. And I'm like, your 4-year-old sister should not be watching me. I mean, partly on kids understand that they shouldn't be there. Yeah, partly on the kids that they shouldn't be there. But also, like, yeah, you remember that, Leonix, yeah. Your 4-year-old sibling should not be watching me, bro. If it was like your 18-year-old sibling, you know, that's one thing. If your sibling's also like 18, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. If you want to watch it, like family event, as long as everybody's 18 plus. You want to watch me with your parents? Weird, but okay. I disregarded those things as a kid. I mean, I won't lie and say that I never tried to join conversations that were 18 plus when I was not yet 18. I won't lie and say that I never did that when I was a kid. But I also never went around proclaiming that I was like 16 or 17 and that everybody should cater to me because I'm a minor. I also never did that. I kept that shit to myself and I just pretended, you know? And like never went like crazy in any direction or anything like that. But but you know, I don't want you guys to lie to me about your ages. Please don't lie to me about your ages. Please just come back when you're 18. Genuinely. Follow what I say, not what I did when I was a child. Okay, I've matured so much since then. Just, you gotta be safe. You gotta be careful, man. But like the whole thing though is like there will be kids who will openly and brazenly say that they are kids and then demand that the space be catered to them. There, you know damn well that if I lie about my age, I'm going with the lower number. Yeah, it's getting to that point. Bro, oh god, I see so many posts on like Twitter and stuff being like, oh my god, 23 is old. Oh my god, 25 is so old. Oh my god, that's like hag age. I'm older than that. I'm older than 23. I'm older than 25. Whoa. I was called old for my age and I'm 22. That's so fucking weird. Like, all these people screaming old now. Like, brother, I'm not even 30 yet. And even 30 is, like, not that old. 30 is not that old. I'm not even 30 yet. But, like, the thing is it's like this weird, like, oh my god, you're ancient. You're so old. Like, oh my god. What a fucking weird adult. It's like, brother, I'm still sorting my life out. I'm still sorting this shit out. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not old. I don't know. That's crazy. It is what it is. But yeah, according to the kiddos, I'm ancient. I'm falling apart. I'm a grandparent. You can call me Grandpappy Dere. No longer will you call me Daddy Dere. I'm Grandpappy Dere now. I've been elderly since 23. I just own it at this point. I mean, I am starting to get some gray hairs. I'll be real. But also, my family tends to gray early, but in exchange, we keep our hair. So I'm not that worried about it. I was always kind of excited to see that I'm starting to get more gray hairs now. I just think it's cool as fuck. Being an adult just means I can buy Pokemon TCG anytime I want. Hell yeah. Lucky I'm balding a little and graying. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, bald can be pulled off. I think you have to rock it with confidence though. But there are definitely people who are bald who are very sexy, you know. You just gotta work it. You gotta find your angle, right? Some people, I know some people, whenever they start to bald, they will actually just fully shave their head just to start going bald so they don't have like the awkward balding patches. They'll just be fully bald. And honestly, they work it. Being bald is a buff. I think you gotta utilize what you can, you know. But I'd say if you're worried about like the balding patches and that's what you're worried about, I mean, you could very easily just shave it if you really wanted to. I'm going for the friar look, the huge bald spot. Oh my god. Pie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem. Yeah, that'd be so sexy of you. Yeah. Gonna get a robe and everything. Yeah, it'd be very, very spicy. You just gotta embrace what you gotta do for yourself, you know? And if that means you make the perfectly waxed bald circle. Oh my god, that reminds me. Whenever I used to work retail, there was this one guy who came to my job while I was like a cashier. Dude's bald head was like perfectly polished. Like I had never seen a bald head that shiny before. Like I want to say he waxed it or something. It was so perfectly smooth and shiny that like the fluorescent lights were literally glinting off of it. And I was just impressed. I was kind of almost hypnotized to it, like a moth to a flame. I don't know how he did it, but like at that point it's just impressive when your head is that shiny. Yeah, he had those artisanal scalp oils. It was crazy. I mean, he looked like very clean cut. He looked very like nicely dressed and everything. So it was the bald that just like caught me off guard. I was like, oh my god, that's so shiny. It's so shiny. It almost draws your eyes upward to it in a way that says like, look at me. Look at who I am. This is who I've become. This is who I truly am, and I stand before you as I am, unafraid, unabashed in my baldness. And honestly, kind of hot. Kind of hot. Not gonna lie. It's pretty sexy. In hindsight. But all I could think of was shiny when he was walking around. Cause I could see him from the fucking produce aisle, from the cash register. I could see him wandering through the produce and the orange lights glinting against his bald head. Bald might, I am here. Yeah, exactly. Bro was a beacon. Yeah, he was a lighthouse in the darkness of the sea of my life, leading me towards salvation. That's what it was. I walked out of that day a changed man. But yeah, you could do something like that. If you're worried about like balding awkwardly, just like shave it off completely, go fully bald. Live your life. Alright, we got the cards. So in order of I gotta put these up on the screen for you. Put these up on the screen for you first. We've got and then we've got Oh, that's fun. All 3 of these are wand cards, actually. It's pretty rare for all 3 of these to be wands, but that's fun. Okay. So, in order of left to right, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the 7 of Wands. Then for your Oracle card, we have the Earthworm. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have the right arm of Exodia. Last time somebody else pulled the right leg. This time you have the right arm of the Forbidden One. So very fun, very interesting. It gives a kind of, and to me, it gives kind of a slightly different meaning in that sense. But let's go ahead and we'll start breaking this down for you and what it means for your general reading, Marsh, starting with the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is it's new beginnings. It's good luck, it's hope, the start of something new, right? You can think of it as springtime, right? The blossoming springtime beginnings. It's also the simple things in life, beauty in the simple things in life, and enjoyment in that sense, right? You got a flush. Yeah, you did. You got what's equivalent of a flush in tarot. But there is this sense of like new beginnings, new opportunities, new chances for you, right? We also followed up with the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is very warm, very charismatic, very creative, very fiery, very passionate kind of person. Because, fun fact, the different suits, like the cups is water, the swords is wind, the coins is earth, and the wands are fire, right? So wands is fire. So there is this sense of like fiery underlying passion to all of this, the new beginnings, the warmth, the chance for new things, right? We also followed up as well with the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is a card of, there is a struggle coming up for sure. It's a struggle or it's a confrontation. It's starting to brew. But this is also a card that reminds you that you have the strength to get through it. You have the strength and you have the power and you have the ability to endure the ordeal, right? So as scary as it might seem that there seems to be some sort of trouble or bump in the road coming your way, this is a card that reminds you of, well, yes, it's not going to be a completely easy, no bumps path. It's nothing more than you can handle, right? And that also brings us to your Oracle card. And your Oracle card is Earthworm, which is a card of clarity, but also a card of rumination. I think it's a chance for you to really stop and think to yourself and kind of get back to the root of the issues, of things that you might be encountering, to the groundwork of everything, right? The Earthworm has this amazing ability to sort of plow through all of the really tough, really hard clay soil, and it fluffs it up and it aerates it and it combines everything and it adds in nutrients. And sometimes you just kind of have to stop and think and chew through a problem, right? Step by step, rather than trying to tackle everything all at once. Sometimes it's better to just nibble and chew and work your way through something bit by bit, right? Rather than trying to see it as this all one whole huge thing. Just take the first bite, you know? The secret is poop heard. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta poop it out. Whatever the case might be. But I mean, that's the thing though, is you just gotta start nibbling at the issue. If you feel like this is a really huge, big, scary issue that feels like it's almost impossible for you to tackle, just take a little bite. Just take a little nibble and start from there. And then take another little bite, take another little nibble, and another one. And eventually you'll find that the problem is a lot smaller now and a lot more manageable. So just do what you can to nibble at it, and you'll make progress. Yeah, manageable steps. There's no need for you to bite off more than you can chew. And then that brings us as well to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is the right arm of the Forbidden One, aka Exodia. It is the shackled right arm of the Forbidden One. When all of the pieces are assembled, you form Exodia, who is the game changer, right? So you already have one piece of the puzzle needed to success. You already have it right here. It's just a matter of slowly but steadily, you're chewing your way through to find all of the other pieces. So then you can finally summon Exodia and game over, you won, right? Small but manageable steps. You got to work your way through to break yourself out of your shackles and assemble what you need to get to where you want to go. So rather than trying to tackle everything all at once in this sort of like terrifying, God, there's so much I have to do, there's so many things I have to manage, just bit by bit, bit by bit. Bro got all wands and Exodia. He definitely needs to go gambling. Yeah. But it is this sense of like, if the problem seems really, really big, you don't have to solve the problem all in one go. It is okay to just bit by bit start chiseling away at it, right? You don't form the masterpiece in the marble sculpture overnight, right? Whenever you're carving the sculpture, you carve away the smaller chunks and carve out the rough shape first, and then you go in and you start fine-tuning the details. You don't immediately start carving like the eyeball details right off the bat. You have to carve out the rough, general, kind of messy shape of the body first before you go in and get smaller and smaller hammers and smaller tools to get more and more precise with what you're tackling. You know? I think it's a matter of sometimes you just gotta realize what tools do you have and what tools do you need, you know, to make your progress for yourself. But yeah, I hope that helps, Marsh. Fingers crossed. And you just gotta take your baby steps. Oh my gosh. Here, let me drink my water first before I do that redeem. Okay. I feel like I've gotten so rusty at that, but there you go. Alright, next up is Crumb. You're still here, right, Crumb? You still chilling in here? Hi, Crumb. Yeah. And Crumb wants a romance reading. Full spread, yeah? If we ever get bald dairy, we should have Ara become Ora. Mooney was threatening to make my my 4.0 be a 4.1 with a bald toggle. I don't know if they'll actually do it or not, but they were threatening that in chat yesterday. I'm currently working on making all the stuff so I can do one clean big transition to my new model that I made. Yeah, full spread he's, I got you. Yeah, if they do make a bald toggle, I'll do that. I'll do the Ora. Just for you guys. Well, let's see what we got for you, Crumb, for your romance reading. Ooh. had such bad luck with my romance life. I'm so done with finding love. Sometimes you just need a break to do some self-love for yourself, and then you end up stumbling across love for someone else too. I don't think you should force yourself to actively go looking for other people. Sometimes the other people just kind of stumble into your life. Like, I mean, I met Harper when I wasn't really looking for love. My current partner. We just met through having similar spheres while we were running around doing our own things that we liked and kind of just bonded, you know? Sometimes I feel like that's the best. That's the best way to find relationships, is just kind of stumbling across them while you're both doing your own thing that brings you joy. You know? I've had several times where I sort of just gave up, but hey, I'm dating now. Oh my gosh. I believe in you, Crown. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Sometimes love just kind of stumbles across you. You can't really plan it. It just happens. Aw, Crumb, I'm sure you are worthy. And I'm sure if you asked them, they would say the exact same thing I just said too. See what we got for you, Crumb. And now let's grab your oracle card. You know, as much as you treat your partner with all of the love and care and you want to indulge them, you also have to remember to indulge yourself too and treat yourself with some love and care, whatever form that might be. Like for me, I like to paint my nails. That's my self-care thing. Is I like to take the time to, you know, trim and file and pick out the paint color and just paint my nails while I'm watching my comfort shows. And then whenever I'm done, I have my pretty nails to look at the end. But just doing like something specifically just for you, just to bring you joy, I think is a great way to treat yourself. India's our comfort show. Aw, you're so sweet. Such a sweetie pie. Also, hi, Red. Welcome in. Now, let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen. Also, hi, Electrifying. Welcome in, welcome in. Our first card we have. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow. And then next up we have We've got all of the cards for you, Crumb, for your love reading. So in order of left to right, we have Judgment. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. We have, for your Oracle card, we have Walking Staff. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Dark Magician Girl. Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with Judgment, right? The Judgment card is a card of new possibilities. It's change that's just over the horizon, right? There's also this card of, it's kind of like new beginnings. It's the dawn of a new day after, you know, the end of the darkness and the start of something new. So it is this sense of, this is the chance for you to have a new spring for yourself, for you to build something new for yourself. But it's also a call to action card. This is the chance for you to make a choice and to make your change, right? If you feel like who you are right now is not worthy of love, well, then what can you do to become somebody that's worthy of love, right? That's a question to ask yourself. What can you be able to do that you would consider yourself worthy of love? Honestly, you're deserving of love regardless, even if you bring nothing, right? You deserve to be loved just for existing. But let's say you feel like you don't deserve love. Why? What could you do to fix that? What could you do to actively do to remedy that? Because there has to be something actual. You can't just say, oh, I'll just never be. That's not feasible. It's not helpful. It doesn't do anything. What could you actively do to make yourself feel like you are more deserving of love? Is it just being more proactive? Is it setting yourself up in a certain way to do more things for people? I mean, what could you physically do to deserve more love? That's something that you need to recognize within yourself. What can you take action for? Right? Also, Clovelier, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Here to make your day a little clublier. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Thank you so much, Panorama and Clovelier, for the follows. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh shit, Clovey, welcome in. I hope you guys had a good time. What were you up to? Oh, you were also doing tarot. Let's go. Yeah, welcome in. That's so much fun. I hope you guys had a really, really good time with it. Yeah, we're currently doing some readings for chat right now. Tarot VTuber slay, let's go. Yeah, fellow tarot VTuber. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's so exciting. I feel like it's really hard to find other people that do tarot. Because especially whenever I check the tarot category, it's like almost always empty. I see you. I know what you are. Yeah. How long have you been a vampire? How long have you been a teenager? A long time. Yes, I am Envy. I'm non-binary. Welcome in. Also, Kuraya Mirin. VT, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, I am Indie Dairy. I am an insomniac sleep magician. I like to do ASMR, co-working, tarot, and visual novels. Those are my personal favorites. I do other stuff too, but those are the main things I like to do. But yeah, and I am non-binary, and my pronouns are he, him, and they, them. So he, they. But welcome in, you guys. And if you need to get some rest, or you need to get some food, or go to the bathroom, whatever the case might be, go ahead and feel free to do whatever you gotta do for yourselves. It's okay. If you can't stick around, it's all good. I understand. Just gotta do what you gotta do to take care of yourselves. and we will get back to translating this reading for you, Crown. So let's see, we talked about finding what you can do to realize for yourself, right? You have to really stop and think. If you feel like you are undeserving of love, what could you feasibly do to make yourself convinced that you could deserve love, right? What could you do that you would say, I deserve love if I do this? Because sometimes you'll find that your brain is just really mean, and there's no answer to that. There's no correct answer that would make you in your head feel like you're deserving of love. And that's kind of the thing you have to recognize, right? Sometimes your brain is just a dick, sometimes it's just really shitty. So you have to think actionably, what are things that I could feasibly do? And then do it, right? So if you feel like maybe I'll feel more deserving of the love and support of my partners if I do this. Maybe that's how you feel, right? I don't think it's right, but maybe that's how you feel. Well, then what can you do to do that? What can you do to where you feel more confident in yourself, that you feel like you can accept their love more easily, right? Because sometimes it is just a matter of you feel like more confident in yourself when you do those things, right? And then that brings us to your Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a card of security, is a card of stability. It's also a card of warmth, harmony, but also of like setting everything up to get everything in order, right? So it feels like this is the chance for you to really stop and process and set yourself up for success, right? Like I said, that can be in the simple sense of, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to become where you feel like you will be deserving of love? Where you feel like you are proud of who you are? Because right now, you don't seem like you're very happy with who you are. But you could change that. If you really aren't happy with who you are, you can become the person you want to be. So what kind of person is that? What kind of person do you want to see when you look in the mirror? Right? What are actionable things you can do to take the steps to become that person that you will be proud to look at in the mirror, right? And it's, things that you can actually do. Maybe you'll feel more yourself when you decide to dress a certain way, or you will feel more yourself when you decide to pursue a certain hobby or to do a certain thing. Actionable things that you could physically do, not things like, oh, I just don't want to be who I am. That's not beneficial. That's not helpful. What are actionable things you can do to make yourself better, to feel like you are more in your own skin, And then that brings us to your other tarot card, which is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is this card of self-sufficiency. It is setting up your future for success, right? It's setting up your path for the future. You can think of it like preparing water for the inevitable drought in the horizon, setting up your own personal oasis in that sense, right? It's abundance and self-content, but also self-reliance, understanding that you can trust yourself to get the job done when it comes to the things you want to do. And in a way, that can be a way to help boost your self-esteem too. When you trust that whenever you are going to do things, that you're going to carry through with it and you're going to make that happen. That can be another way to make you feel more proud of yourself, to make you feel like you're making progress and you're becoming who you want to be, right? Taking these active steps so you feel like you can trust yourself. And that you feel like because you can trust yourself, other people can trust you. And other people can rely on you. But as much as you want other people to rely on you, we have your Oracle card, which is the walking staff, right? Which is a card of support and encouragement. You don't have to go through this journey alone. You're in a relationship. If what you're worried about is love and feeling like you are deserving of love, why not just ask your partner directly why they love you? If you feel like, they're just being nice, they're just saying this, why do you think they're dating you? Do you think they're dating you out of pity? Do you think they're dating you but they don't actually like you? But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the lurk. Feel free to take care of yourself. Good night, Clovelier. But I think just directly ask your partner, hey, why do you like me? What things about me do you like? They'll probably have a whole list of shit that they can tell you. But sometimes you need that extra encouragement. You need that extra bump just to tell you, to reassure you, you know, that they're seeing all of these wonderful sides of you that maybe you're blatantly ignoring about yourself, you know? Also, it's Rad Nomad. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you guys are doing well. You were playing Escape the Backrooms. That's fun. I love that for you. Welcome in. Welcome in. How was the Backrooms? Did you get lost? Did you make your way out? But yeah, and then that leads us to your final card, Crumb, which is Dark Magician Girl, right? The Dark Magician Girl, her power increases and scales based off of dark magicians, right? So understanding that you don't have to do things alone, but also, you know, how you feel about yourself is also kind of relative to the people you surround yourself with. Understanding who you are and who you love, but also that your strength comes from the people you surround yourself with. The people that you love you, and that's what gives you power. Right? So I think really stopping and thinking about why the people you love you could be a great boost to understanding how you can love yourself. Right? But yeah, I hope that helps, Crumb. Fingers crossed. It was spooky. Oh, it was spooky. Well, I'm glad you made it out alive. I do like spooky games, though. I think they're pretty fun. Yeah, I hope that helps, Crumb. Fingers crossed. I think maybe you should just ask them directly, you know? Hey, why do you like me? What draws you to me, you know? What about me do you love, you know? And I feel like they'll be able to tell you straight up, like, I love this quality about you. I love this quality about you. I love this and this and this. And maybe that'll help you give a more vibrant insight into how other people actually perceive you, you know? But yeah, I hope that helps, Crumb. Fingers crossed. Next up, we have... Next up is Condorcito. Condorcito, are you in here? Are you still here? Let me sip my water. Okay. Nice and refreshed. Condorcito, are you still here? Did you disappear? Did you go to sleep? They might have disappeared for now. They might have gone AFK. Oh, there you are. Hi. Okay. And Condorcito wants a love reading. I got you. Okay, let's see what we got for you. For your love reading. these. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh, okay. We've got all of the cards for you, Condorcito. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen for you, starting with boop. And then we've got boop. And there we go. Alrighty, so in order of left to right for your love reading, we have the Fool, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Seven of Coins. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Weather Report. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Fool. The Fool is somebody who's at the start of their journey. They don't have a lot of experience, but they're excited to see where things go, right? So in terms of love, this could be maybe you don't have a ton of love experience. Maybe you haven't been in a ton of relationships, but you're excited to see where you go. You're not really tied down to anybody or anything right now. This is your chance for you to really just put yourself out there and see what happens and where love takes you, you know? And we followed up with the Two of Wands, which is a card of boldness and belief in yourself, right? Sometimes, especially in the dating scene, you have to just be bold and put yourself out there. As scary as it is, because, oh my God, what if people reject me? But it is a case of, it pays off, right? Trusting in yourself and understanding that you got a lot to offer. You've got a lot of really wonderful qualities about yourself, and it's about time other people saw, noticed, took notice of how amazing you are and how sexy you are. But it's also the chance for you to embark on a new journey, you know, put yourself out there, go on, you know, some first dates and have a good time, have some fun, cut loose, show your adventurous, wild, fun spirit to people and just have a good time. And I feel like that'll push you forward. And then again, speaking of pushing you forward, we have the Seven of Coins, which is forward motion. It's change that leads to growth, right? It requires hard work, but it's ultimately worth it. So I think in terms of love, if what you want is to find a relationship, the best thing for you to do is to just put yourself out there. Take the first step, you know, put yourself in situations where you could run into people, where you could potentially date them. In the sense of like, you can find people on dating apps, sure, but also you can go to like speed dating things, or you can go to, you know, like meetup parties and things like that, indulging in finding people who have similar interests. Whatever the case is, the first step is you got to put yourself out there. You just got to put yourself out there. It's okay. As scary as it can be, the first step is to let yourself be seen, to let yourself be known. And then you'll find somebody who sees you and goes, oh, wow, yeah, they're actually pretty cute. I'd be interested in knowing more about them. They seem fun. You know, I think that's the scary part, is just you have to take the first step. You have to be bold and you have to just take the leap if you want to move forward. Also, hi, Vivi. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm doing good. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Weather Report. Destroy all opponents' face-up swords of revealing light on the field. If sword of revealing light is destroyed, you can perform your battle phase twice this turn for your next turn if you activate it during the opponent's turn. So it is very much a card of setting yourself up for success. If you want things to happen, you have to set things up in advance, right? Love is not going to just fall in your lap. Step one, Craigslist, no. Do not look for love on Craigslist. I'll draw the line there. Don't Don't look for love on Craigslist. Please do not put out an ad on Craigslist unless it's like one of those like funny ones. I do see like those funny ones. It's like I'm looking for somebody completely platonic to pretend to be my boyfriend for me to take home to Thanksgiving. I need you to be so fucking horrible that my parents will never ask me again to bring a partner over for Thanksgiving. You will be paid with a free meal. And like $40. Just pretend to be a really shitty boyfriend. Have you guys seen those? Those are always so funny. Or I saw one guy also advertising too. It's like if you want your parents to stop asking you about when you're gonna get a partner, you know, I'll pretend to be your partner. It'd be so bad that they'll never ask you about it again. $40 and free turkey. Oh yes, yeah, it'd be so yummy. Honestly, the turkey do kind of slap. I do like the turkey, but my favorite things at Thanksgiving are genuinely cornbread dressing and green bean casserole. Those are by far my two favorite dishes at Thanksgiving. Even more than the turkey. I like those even more than the turkey. Oh god, dude. I love cornbread dressing and I love green bean casserole so fucking much. That shit hits so good. But I think the whole key here for you, Condorcito, is you gotta put yourself out there in a way that sets you up for success. Love is not going to just randomly appear and drop itself into your lap. You gotta really stop and go, okay, I'm gonna put myself in a situation where love will be able to find its way to me. And that can just be putting yourself out into the dating scene properly. You know, going on dates with people, you know, matching with people, finding new people and chatting with them, having a good conversation, you know, actively, you know, inviting, hey, I'd like to go and get some coffee. Would you be interested in going get coffee with me? You know, or could I buy you a cup of coffee? You know, or do you want to go watch this movie together that just came out? Dude, I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways you can invite somebody in a casual manner. First dates should be in a public place, public setting. I do not recommend first dates being at the other person's house unless you're planning on fucking. Unless you're both planning on fucking. Otherwise, if you want it to be more relaxed, less intense, you want the chance to get to know them, they want the chance to get to know you without too much pressure, public venue. That's why dinner and a movie is very popular. Or like going to like the museum, or going like to the arcade, or going to like a coffee shop, whatever the case is, grabbing lunch together, whatever the case is. That's why public venues tend to be more popular, especially for first dates. Yeah. Netflix and chill only works if you only want hookups. If you only want hookups, then that's the way to go. But if you want romance, you know, you gotta work your way slowly. But I believe in you. I believe in you, Condorcito. You can do it. You got this. You got this. You gotta set up your field properly. But yeah, I hope that helps. Hi, Joe. Hi, can I ask a question? Depends. What's your question? Okay, next up is Ground Pounder. Ground Pounder, are you here? Oh, if you're trying to get a tarot reading right now, Joe, we're currently going through the queue at the moment. We will have a raffle slot towards the end of stream, so it's possible you can snag that slot for your question for tarot. But right now we're working through the queue of people who've been waiting. But yeah. Emma's sleep. Oh my god, you're sleep talking, Ground Pounder? That's crazy. Alright, well, what did you want for your reading? Because you just put Balatro time for your question. What do you actually want for your reading? Also, I gotta like adjust my seat. So I'm gonna mute real quick because this chair is super squeaky. Okay, my chair's good. These are weird times. Oh my gosh. Life update sounds good. Yeah. They want to know how their next gold stake run's gonna go. Yeah, we can do a life update for you. Alright, let's see what we got for you, ground pounder. How cooked is the next run gonna be? I believe in you. I believe. Manifesting streamer luck. Yeah. I believe in you. I believe in you. You'll get all of the jokers you want and you'll have exactly enough money. I'm manifesting it for you. And right when you think you're about to lose a run because you think you're just going to fall short, you'll barely manage to pass it with exactly one chip. That's always the most clutch feeling you get whenever you do manage to pass one of the rounds and you get to like move forward because you just barely with your last hand managed to make exactly enough chips to pass. That's the best feeling. It's so satisfying. Because you're just like, oh god, am I gonna lose? Am I gonna lose? Is it gonna be enough? And it's like you need like 30,000 and you pass with like 30,002 chips. You're like, oh thank god. Then you find nothing in the next shop and lose instantly. No, you gotta stay positive. Stay positive. Alright, and let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. We've got all of the cards for you, ground pound. So let's go ahead and start putting these up on the screen. Can we listen to Indie shuffling cards for the next hour? Yeah, the card shuffling ASMR. Okay, we've got all of the cards for you, ground pounder, for your general reading. So in order of left to right, we have the Five of Wands, we have Strength, and we have the reverse Four of Wands. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Uguchi. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of impending battle, right? It's competition, battle, but it's also a card of fortune favors the bold. Sometimes you gotta take risks in order to have that sweet payout. As scary as it is, sometimes you gotta take the risk. It ends up working out in the end, right? And while there is this battle, there is this competition, it can seem scary because, oh my God, it feels like you're fighting, trying to get to where you want to go. We follow it up with the Strength card. And the Strength card is kind of a reassurance in this case. The Strength card tells you that don't worry, whatever life throws at you, you know, you have the strength, you have the proof of character to endure it, to get through it, right? So just keep pushing forward. You have the fortitude and the ability to endure through the tough times, right? No matter what outer challenges get thrown your way, you have the power to conquer it, right? Taking risks is scary. It can be. They can also be really rewarding when they pay off, you know? Just in moderation. Moderation for risks. You shouldn't always be taking massive risks or anything like that. But I think if you stay too close in your safe bubble too often, it's very hard for you to make any progress. Sometimes you gotta take a little risk, take a little jump here and there in order to have that payout, you know? And then we follow it up as well with the reverse Four of Wands. And the reverse Four of Wands is a card of vigilance. It's an imperfect peace. Things can be successful, but you have to keep watch on them, right? Things are always moving, things are always evolving, the situation is always changing. So it is very important that you always keep your eye on what's happening, right? You can adjust your strategy as needed. You can mitigate, you know, any troubles that come your way when you start to see them surfacing, right? When you see, oh, I'm having some difficulty with this, better make sure I focus and buckle in on this aspect, right? Or maybe rather than taking that risk, instead I'll divert and I'll do something else instead, and then I'll take a risk on something else later, right? Whatever the case is, vigilance is required to continue your success. You just got to keep a watchful eye on things. As long as you don't, you know, start not paying attention to what's happening, you should be fine, right? But you just got to make sure you are paying attention as things happen, as things progress. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Uguchi. And this monster may attack your opponent's life points directly. That's kind of the key thing here, is attack the problem at the source. What can you do to actively charge forward in your endeavors to make shit happen, right? Sometimes that's the key thing, is what's holding you back? What can you see that you can tackle right now, that you can directly affect, that will fix things? Maybe it won't fix everything, but it'll fix, you know, the first stuff, right? If it's a guy being a dick to you, right? If it's a guy that's saying all this shitty stuff, sometimes the best solution is just to punch him in the nose, right? If the guy's being an asshole, sometimes the best solution is just to punch him in the nose so he shuts the fuck up. That's directly attacking the solution at the problem at the source. Creating your own solution. Maybe it's a little bit of a risk taking the punch out because you got to know how to hold your hand properly. There is a proper way to hold your hand when you're punching somebody too, right? Do not, as much as you think you should, do not tuck your thumb into your hand when you're making your fist. And you don't want to hit with your actual fingers. You actually want to hit with your knuckles, right? You want to actually make sure you're not hitting with your fingers. You want to hit with your knuckles. That is the key thing with that. Same with slapping. If you slap somebody, you don't want to hit them with your fingers. You want to hit them with your palm, with the base of your palm, the meaty part of your hand. That's going to give you the most strength, right? And it's not going to hurt you. And most importantly, you're not going to injure yourself doing that. But yeah, very important, very important. Just to keep that in mind. Sometimes you just got to go directly to the source of your issues and just punch it in the nose, right? Rather than trying to solve all of the little mini issues that keep cropping up, sometimes you just got to go straight to the source. If you're sick and tired of, oh my God, there's so much shit water down the stream, and the shit water's turning my clothes brown, you know, when I wash them in the stream, your solutions may be, oh, well then I'll wash them somewhere else, sure. Or you could just go upstream and punch the guy that's shitting in the river, you know? That'll stop the issue. That'll fix the problem, right? Stop washing your clothes in the shit river and just punch the guy that's shitting in the river. And then you won't have to worry about the shit river no more. No, my hobby. Ew, ew, put it you. Ew, yucky. That's unsanitary. Better watch out, Cola. I just taught everybody how to throw a proper punch and a slap. You better be careful, better be on your toes. Well, if there's a whole community up there, well then bring your buddies. You're not the only person dealing with the shit river. And I'm sure there's other people who are also dealing with the shit river too. You should unionize, unite, and fight against all of the river shitters. Right? You got this. You got this. I believe in you. Me and the boys cleaning up the rivers. Hey, is our union a gang? Nah, it's fine. Yeah. It's for the sake of the greater good, so it's okay. It's okay. So hi, Spicy Palm. Thank you for summoning another Shima Demi. Look at the babies crawling around. Oh. Okay. Next up, we've got forcing it. Are you still here? But yeah, I hope that helps, by the way, Ground Pounder. The shit river is an accurate representation of the current times. Yeah. It's pretty wild. Yeah, forcing. Are you here, forcing? Forcing may have fallen asleep. So that means we have 2 raffle slots. So raffle slot number 1. For those of you in chat who have not yet gotten a reading yet from me today, and you would like one, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10, and the first person to guess it can get the reading. We've got 2 of these, so even if you don't get this one, there's still a chance for you to get the other one. Man, I love the lottery system. And I feel like that's the best, the fairest way, you know? Because then it gives people more of a chance rather than just whoever types it fastest, you know? Also, nobody's guessed it yet. Oh, there you go, Sammy. Yeah, it was 6. It was 6. All right, Sammy. What would you like for your reading? Yeah, y'all got very close. Spicy Palm guessed 8 and Tentacola guessed 7. Man, I hate the lottery system. It's okay, it's okay. You still have one more chance. We have 2 raffle slots. We got 2 raffle slots. So there's still a chance to snag the other one. But Sammy won the first one. In general reading? Okay. I gotcha. I planned that from my first statement. Oh my god, it was all a setup. Oh my god. So you're telling me there's a chance. There is still a chance. There's still a chance, yeah. Even if you didn't win this one, there's still one more raffle slot for sure. So, after we do this reading for Sammy, there will be one more. So you can start thinking what number you want to guess for the next one. Well, let's see what we got for Sammy's general reading. Okay, let's see what we got for you, Sammy. And now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, you get a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Nugget paid for everybody to get a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Because they're so kind and giving. Very benevolent. Oh. Okay. So, we got all the cards for you, Sammy. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen. Starting with... There we go. And then we've got... There we go. And then the last card is... There we go. All right. We've got all of the cards for you, Sammy, for your general reading. So in order of left to right, we have the 10 of coins, we have the 3 of swords, we have the ace of coins, and then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have light of intervention. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins is a card of security and stability. It's the chance for you to really stretch your roots down in the soil and build a strong support network for yourself, right? It's the chance for you to find what gives you that sense of stability in your life that you can rely on, right? It's also a money card, 10 coins, 10 money, right? But we also, interestingly enough, follow it with the 3 of swords. And the 3 of swords is a card of heartbreak, right? This is a card of relationships that have kind of ended in unhappily, right? It's the end of a relationship, unhappy, broken hearts, disappointment, right? It's emotional pain. You can see here the epes and the bleeding heart flower. Heartbreak can feel like it's stabbing you in the heart. It's sharp, it's painful, and it feels precise, almost like it's targeted. It can be rough. So it feels like you started with something that you felt was strong for you. You felt like you could rely on, and maybe it turned out to not work out that way. It turned out that things weren't exactly how you imagined, and maybe you feel a little heartbroken about it. You feel like this wonderful relationship, whether platonic or romantic or familial, whatever the case is, whatever this relationship was, it kind of backfired, and now maybe you feel really hurt. You feel really painful. Like, I trusted that I could rely on this person, that I could trust this person, and now it's gone. well, what do I do kind of feelings, right? Well, we have the Ace of Coins. Yeah, good night, Jacob. Sweet dreams. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, we have the Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is a card of prosperity and abundance, but specifically taking care of yourself with that prosperity, right? It's got a little bit of hedonism, right? Taking care of and bringing yourself pleasure, as weirdly as I phrase that. But it's a card of doing things for your sake, doing things that make you happy, doing things that will bring you joy, right? Motivated by your own interests, your own agenda, right? It's not bad for you to do things for yourself, right? I think we all deserve a little bit of hedonism. I don't think everybody should be ruled strictly by their own motives and their own desires, but there's certainly nothing wrong with actively pursuing what will make you happy, right? But this is also kind of like the chance, it feels like the cards are telling you, this is the chance for you to do things for you, to do things your way, how you want them to be done. Nah, hedonic treadmill, go burr. But this is a chance for you to really indulge in what you want done, right? And how you want to make things happen. So as painful of an experience as this was, you know, as much as maybe you feel betrayed, and you feel like things kind of fell apart, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to understand what you want out of your relationships with other people, what you want out of your friendships with other people, but also what you want for yourself. What are the things you want to make happen? What are the things you want to do, right? And start pursuing those. So as much as it sucks that this happened and that you feel that pain and that betrayal, there is still the chance for you to make something good out of this for yourself, right? And that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is Light of Intervention. While this card is on the field, monster cards cannot be set or flipped face down. If a monster card would be set, it must be normal summoned in the face-up defense position. So this is a chance for you to actively and proactively take action, to intervene in what is going on right now and make things happen to your advantage, to set up the field in a clear way that you can see everything that's happening, right? There's no need for you to worry about things being hidden from you anymore. Now's a chance for you to come clean and open, set the field how you want it to be set, right? So as scary as it can be, now's your chance for you to take things in your own hands, to set up your friendships how you feel they should be set, how you feel would be equal, how you feel would make you happy, right? I think that's the key thing here, is as painful as it is that this happened, this is the chance for you to clear the board and to set things how you want it to be done. But yeah, I hope that helps, Sammy. Fingers crossed. I'm sorry about what happened with your friend, but I really do think this is the chance for you to start sort of, you know, spring cleaning, if you will, spring cleaning your friendship, spring cleaning what matters most to you and what you want to keep and maybe what you want to let go. Yeah, you got this, Sammy. I believe in you. Alrighty, last reading of the night. We have one last raffle slot. I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10. And if you have not gotten a reading yet from me today and you would like one, go ahead and type the number into chat of what you'd like for the guess. It was not 9. Keep guessing, keep guessing. It was 2, actually. All right, Spicy Palm. What would you like for your reading? You typing out a novella over there? What you want for your reading, Spicy Palm? Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 I'm anxious about a friend I like and I'm avoiding them. Oh dear. What happened? What happened? But yeah, we can see if we can get some more insight on that for you. Let's go ahead and shuffle and see what we got for you. Did they like do something or what's up? I like getting to people and I get anxious about being close to people. I kind of see what's happening. Okay. Well, let's see what advice the cards have for you. What advice do the cards have for you for your friendship? Yep. Alright, now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's see what we got for your Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's crazy. We've gotten 3 pieces of Exodia today. And all of them different, too. All of these are different parts. We've almost fully summoned Exodia today. Alright, well, let me go ahead and put these up on the screen for you. Starting with... There we go. I choose flight every time. What does getting Exodia mean for our tarot reading? Is the world ending? Y'all are just very shackled by yourselves. You're very held back. But you have a lot of potential, but you're like holding yourselves back. You're limiting your own power and your own abilities. But anyway. Let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you. Left to right, we have the reverse 7 of coins. We have the reverse Knight of Wands. And we have the 10 of Cups. And then for your Oracle card, we have the left leg of the Forbidden One. So let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the reverse 7 of coins. Well, the 7 of coins is a card of forward motion and change and hard work and growth, right? In its reverse, it's the sense of going through the motions. It's impatience. It's working hard, but there's no real satisfaction to it, right? To me, this feels almost like you're trying to speed run friendships. We'll look into that more. But to me, it feels like you almost see it as like a friendship speed run of like, can I make friends? Okay, I made friends. Okay, I can't do this anymore. I did it, but now I'm gonna leave now. Almost kind of vibes. But that also brings us to the Knight of Wands reverse. And the Knight of Wands reverse is somebody who's very hot-blooded, very passionate, but also somebody who tends to rush through things, and maybe their passion tends to warp maybe into a bit of jealousy instead, right? There's this sense of maybe you're expecting things out of the relationship that you see them give to other people, but you feel like because they're not giving it to you, that means like your friendship isn't real, right? They feel so much closer to other people than they feel to you. And you're like, why? Didn't I do good? Didn't I do friendship right? Why do you rely on them, but you don't rely on me? Why do you do it to them for this and not me, right? Kind of what it feels like to me. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case, but that's kind of how I'm interpreting it. It feels like maybe they have other friends that maybe they're closer to, and maybe that makes you feel like you're not good enough, maybe. But that also brings us to your last tarot card, which is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a card of fantasies. It's a card of daydreams. It's your flights of fancy, all of the things that you tend to dream about. To me, this feels like you're very much kind of a hopeless romantic when it comes to friendships, but you're scared of the commitment that it can kind of require and the time that it can take to make that happen, right? It's very easy to want a perfect sort of like movie friendship where you can rely on people and they've got your back and you've got yours and you're back to back, swords in hand as you go to fight off, knowing that you can rely on them to cover you and everything that happens, right? But it takes time to get there. A lot of those friendships and like the movies and stuff like that, those are speed ran for the plot's sake, because if they had to actually dedicate all of the time and effort that a normal friendship would take, it would take forever. It would take years. A lot of those are years-long friendships, basically condensed into an hour-and-a-half movie, that kind of thing. So I feel like, yeah, do we want a friend or a shield bearer? But I think the thing here is you want to be close to people. You want to experience that closeness. You want to experience that importance that other people give to you, that you crave. You want to feel loved. You want to feel important. You want to feel like you matter, right? And so when people aren't initially trusting their life with you, and you see them do things that they trust their closer friends with to you, you're like, well, why can't I be a close friend? Aren't I doing everything right? Aren't I doing all of the proper things you're supposed to do in your friendships? And then you think, so am I not good enough? Will I never be good enough for me to be a good friend for them to trust me? No, bitch, you're fine. You just gotta give it time. Friendships don't happen overnight. Eventually, after time, there will come an endeavor where they feel like they need to ask you something. They feel like they need to rely on you, right? And then they will come to you with that. And that will be your first trial to see if they can truly trust you with the even bigger stuff and the even more important stuff, right? It's bit by bit. It doesn't happen overnight. And so if you try to force it to happen to get a super close, crazy friendship, the only time you're going to get those super close, crazy, tight-knit friendships really, really fast is if you both go through something traumatic together. It's the trauma bond in a lot of those instances that speed runs those friendships for you and those trust things, because you basically go through all of those trials of trust in that trauma bond situation. That's pretty much the only time. But also to me, this feels like you just need validation that you deserve love and appreciation, which you do. You do deserve love and appreciation for the things you do. But I don't think the solution is to try and speed run all of these friendships to be super, super close to people to prove that you deserve to be loved. I think there are other more viable options for you in terms of becoming close to people, but also recognizing your own worth. I think the key thing here is you want to be validated, which fair. Everybody wants to be validated. Everybody wants to feel loved. Everybody wants to feel like they are important. But to me, I don't think the key issue here is actually your friendships with other people. I think the key issue here is how you perceive yourself. I think that's kind of the thing that's tripping you up the most, because you're doing everything right. You're going by the book. You're going through the list of, I got to do XYZ in order to get XYZ, so then we can have friendship for this person and that person, and then I'll do this thing and I'll exchange these words and they'll respond this way. You almost got like a script that you're trying to speed run with. But that's not the issue here. You're making friends just fine. But now you're like, but do I deserve the friends? That's not something the friends can help you with, man. That's something you gotta look to on yourself. You're shackling yourself down, and we can feel that with the left leg of the forbidden one here, right? You are shackling yourself down out of worry, wondering if you're good enough for these friends that you've made. They're your friends. They like you. Isn't that already proof enough that you're doing a good job, that you've got friends, you know? You're clearly passing the hurdles, but it's still not enough because that's not what you actually want. You've convinced yourself that what you want is to be BFFs and to be really, really close to people. But then when you do get close to people, you freak out. And you freak out because you don't think you're good enough for it, actually. You think that this is some sort of sham. You're an imposter. You're putting up a front. But they don't really know the real me. How could they possibly love the real me? You know? That's your problem. There's your problem right there. You're self-loathing, and then you're projecting it on other people, thinking that they hate you. They don't. They're your friends. And now you're looking for any little piece of the puzzle, all the red string you got on the corkboard, trying to prove that actually they hate me. Actually, I'm not deserving of love. You're doing this to yourself. This is like the world's worst detective series. Oh my god, Vanilla. Welcome in, Vanilla Spooderade. Welcome in, you guys. How was Repo? Did you have fun? I've never actually played it, but it seems cute. I see all the little fellas running around everywhere. Did you get some good stuff? Good stuff in Repo? It was your first time playing? Oh, that's so fun. I'm glad you had a good time. I needed to hear that. Thanks. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta recognize what the real issue is. The real issue isn't your friendship with this other person. It's your fear that you're not worthy of love. And so you project that onto the other people around you, you know? So whenever you do get close to them, you think, I gotta get away, because then they're gonna realize I'm a fake. They're gonna realize I'm a sham, and they're gonna realize that they don't actually like me. So I can't let them see the real me, because then they're not gonna like me. That's not... You're conflating two completely different issues and thinking that they're the same thing. What you don't have a problem with is making friends. What you have a problem with is that you don't think you deserve love. Those are two different issues. Those are two different issues. I think you got to tackle the issue of why don't you feel like you deserve love? Why don't you feel like you're worthy of their friendship? Why don't you feel like you're good enough to be their friend? All right? Yeah, you gotta look at the real problems. And maybe you should talk to your friend if you're really worried. You know, I think you should talk to them. Be like, hey, I'd really like to just spend some time. I've been feeling kind of anxious lately. It'd be really nice to just have a friend to hang out with. You know. And they can be like, hell yeah, man, of course, let's hang out, let's watch a movie, or let's just game together, let's vibe together, you know, that kind of stuff. I think that's your best bet there, you know? Just take it slow and put yourself out there, because friendship is a two-way street of trust. They trust you, now you gotta trust them. You gotta trust them in the sense that they will be there for you too, just like you are for them. You know, and that they care about you too, just like you care for them. Friendship's a two-way street. So let them prove that you can trust them too, right? You got this. As a thanks to the Daily Pillow, Vanilla. Well, they just called me, but I asked them to wait while I was listening to you finish the tarot reading. Yeah, I think you should call them back, and I think you should have a real, genuine conversation with them and be honest about your feelings, be honest about the fact that you feel like an imposter, you know? I think if you come clean and you are genuine with how you feel right now, especially now that you realize that what you really want is not like what you thought what it was before, you know? Maybe that'll help you connect with them even better, you know? But I think you should call them back, yeah. I believe in you. You got this, Spicy Paul. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of friendship. And I'm sure they will say the exact same thing too. Okay? And that is officially all of the tarot readings for tonight. Yay! We did all of the readings. So I know you guys just rated in vanilla, but we're going to start looking for somebody to raid out too. So... there's 2 people doing ASMR right now. Oh, there's one person doing art. Do you guys want ASMR, art, or do you want TCG Card Shop Simulator? What do you guys want? ASMR, art, or Card Shop Simulator? Also, hi, Obedient. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow. Hope you can be nice and comfy cozy with your daily pillow. What were y'all feeling? What are y'all feeling tonight? I'm thinking maybe we'll go with the Card Shop Simulator. It seems chill and fun and pretty cute. Indie providing facts for free. Aww. But yeah, I hope you get the chance to properly talk with your friend and talk it all out. Alright, well, we're gonna raid Cherry, who is currently playing the TCG Card Shop Simulator. That seems fun. Seems pretty chill. So we're gonna set that up. And then I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna put that pressure on myself. I might, but I also might not. But Saturday we will be watching more Apothecary Diaries in the Discord for movie night. So if you haven't joined the Discord and you want to hang out for movie night, boop, there you go. Yeah. So for sure, I will see you guys who hang out in the Discord for community night on Saturday. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. But you know, hopefully I'll see you. But if not, I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And good night.